Okay, let's continue and start by talking with this
I haven't
dude.
dated yet. What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind.
Yes, you were. Don't lie to me.
Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
Chill, dude.
Just tell me what you're doing. I'm not here to get you into trouble.
Alright. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
Let me help.
I could help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm above the law.
I'm Commander Shepard, with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a Keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
Fair enough.
I should get going then.
Yes, I have much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scanning.
Time to go scan the Keepers. Every time we scan the Keepers, we get a little bit of XP, a little bit of money. So it's very much worth doing so. Alright, let's, we gotta go to Cora's Den, so let's go fast. That would be in the wards. Let's go. Nice and quick. Cora's Den, a gentleman's club in the wards.
That's him. Shields down.
God damn it. Did that not shoot off properly? Headshot. Headshot. Get knocked on the ground, idiot. Hey, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put lift onto a button. I'm gonna put it on 1, and I'm gonna put throw onto like 5. There we go. Oh, bro, you're done, son. Die! I love lift. Lift is so OP. Lift is so ridiculously OP. Oh yeah. Time for some ass shaking. I'm Commander Shepard and you gotta love that this is an option. Exotic dancers. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite titty bar on the Citadel.
A million light years from where humanity began, and we walk into a bar filled with men drooling over half-naked women shaking their asses on a stage. I can't decide if that's funny or sad.
It is
You don't think they're here because of the food?
the nature of things, Ashley. Accept it.
I see why this place is so popular. It's got quite the, view.
Hey, Lieutenant, put your tongue back in your mouth before you trip on it.
Don't worry, Caden. I agree with you.
Sorry, I'll get to you when I can.
Oh, man. She seems so busy, alone, doing nothing.
I got business here, but not with you. Human military, huh? Not now.
Okay, fine. Jeez. Sup, dude?
Not now. I'm watching the show.
Fair enough.
Go away. I'm not interested in talking.
Oh, but Septimus, we gotta have a
She
big
left
talk
me.
later.
Just like that.
Big talk.
Back off, Rex. Fist told us to take you down if you showed up. What are you waiting for? I'm standing right here. This is Fist's only chance. If he's smart, he'll take it. He's not coming out, Rex. End of story. This story is just beginning. Out of my way, humans. I have no quarrel with you.
What was that all about?
Who knows? Let's just try not to get caught in the middle.
Codex update. Non-council races.
The L-Corps are a citadel's... When the Asari discovered the Citadel, they also discovered the Keepers, a docile, multi-limbed insect race that seemingly exists only to maintain and repair the Great Prothean Station. Early attempts to communicate with or study the Keepers were failures, and it is now illegal to interfere with or impede Keeper activity. Because they are completely non-threatening, Keepers have become virtually invisible to everyone else. Similarly, they seem indifferent to other species, except for their tendency to help new arrivals integrate themselves into the Citadel. No matter how many Keepers die due to old age, violence, or accident, they maintain a constant number. No one has discovered the source of new Keepers, but some hypothesize they are genetic constructs. Biological androids created somewhere deep in the inaccessible core of the Citadel itself.
Krogans.
The Krogans evolved in a hostile and vicious environment. Until the invention of gunpowder weapons, eaten by predators was still the #1 cause of Krogan fatalities. Afterwards, it was death by gunshot. When the Solarians discovered them, the Krogan were a brutal, primitive species, struggling to survive a self-inflicted nuclear winter. The Solarians culturally uplifted them, teaching them to use and build modern technology, so they could serve as soldiers in the Rachni War. Liberated from the harsh conditions of their homeworld, the quick-breeding Krogan experienced an unprecedented population explosion. They began to colonize nearby worlds. Even though these worlds were already inhabited, the Krogan rebellions lasted nearly a century, only ending when the Turians unleashed the Genophage, a Solarian-developed bioweapon that crushed all Krogan resistance. The Genophage makes only 1 in 1,000 pregnancies viable, and today, the Krogan are a slowly dying breed. Understandably, the Krogan harbor a grudge against all other species, especially the Turians.
Fair enough.
The Asari, the second species to join the Citadel, the Solarians are warm-blooded amphibians with a hyperactive metabolism. Solarians think fast, talk fast, and move fast.
Live fast,
To
eat
Solarians,
ass.
other
The
species
Solarian
seem
Creed.
sluggish and dull-witted. Unfortunately, their metabolic speed leaves them with a relatively short lifespan. Solarians over the age of 40 are a rarity. The Solarians were responsible for advancing the development of the primitive Krogan species to use as soldiers during the Rachni Wars. They were also behind the creation of the Genophage bioweapon the Turians used to quell the Krogan rebellions several centuries later. Solarians are known for their observational capability and non-linear thinking. This manifests as an aptitude for research and espionage. They are constantly experimenting and inventing, and it is generally accepted that they always know more than they are letting on.
What's our new technology
Bionics
thing?
is
Mass relays.
Mass
There we
relays
go.
are feats of Prothean engineering advanced far beyond the technology of any living species. They are enormous structures scattered throughout the stars and can create corridors of virtually mass-free space, allowing instantaneous transit between locations separated by years or even centuries of travel using conventional FTL drives. Primary mass relays can propel ships thousands of light years, often from one spiral arm of the galaxy to another. However, they have fixed one-to-one connections. A primary relay connects to one other primary relay and nowhere else. Secondary relays can only propel ships across a few hundred light years. However, they are omnidirectional. A secondary relay can send a ship to any other relay within its limited range. There are many dormant primary relays whose corresponding twins have not yet been located. These are left inactive until their partner is charted, as established civilizations are unwilling to blindly open a passage that might connect them to a hostile species.
Cowards. What if you can breed with that hostile species? I mean, what? I didn't say it. Anyway, we need to talk to Harkin.
Alliance military. I could have been a Marine, you know. Instead, I joined the goddamn Citadel security. Biggest mistake of my life.
Hey, I need info.
Harkin, right? I was told you could help me find someone. A Turian CSEC officer named Garrus.
Garrus? You must be one of Captain Anderson's crew. Poor bastard still trying to bring Saren down, eh? I know where Garrus is, but you gotta tell me something first. Did the captain let you in on his big secret?
Is there something I should know about the captain?
I love
The
secrets.
captain used to be a Spectre. Didn't know that, did you? It was all very hush-hush. The first human ever given that honor, and then he blew it. Screwed up his mission so bad they kicked him out. Of course, he blames Saren. Says the Turians set him up.
Okay, how do you know this?
You said they covered all this up. How'd you hear about it?
I spent 20 years working cases here on the Citadel. People on this station love to talk. Secrets are like herpes. If you got 'em, you might as well spread 'em around.
Pretty gross.
You're a pig.
Just noticed that now, did you?
Why'd they kick him out?
Have to ask him. I never heard any of the details. Bet it's a good story, though. The hero's fall. Classic tragedy.
Just tell me where Garrus went.
Garrus was sniffing around Dr. Michelle's office. She runs the med clinic on the other side of the wards. Last I heard, he was going back there.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, good. Go. Let me drink in peace.
What a pleasant fellow. Man, he's spoiling this reputable business is being spoiled by Harkin here. See, look at this reputable business. Everybody's having a good time, and then Harkin here has to be a freaking sad sack. Isn't that right, Ashley?
A lot of traffic here. How fast do you think those cars are going?
Cars.
Never been a real fan of crowds.
The back rooms are private, reserved for Fist and his friends.
Who's Fist?
Who's Fist?
He owns this club, but the customers have to stay out front.
What did that other Krogan want? Rex?
Personal matter.
Not real chatty, is he?
Eh.
Goodbye.
I mean, that's his job as a bouncer.
Enjoy the club.
Okay, so we can't go talk to Fist. Not yet. We can't get fisted. We've got to go to Dr. Michelle's office.
Used to be a Spectre.
Maybe it's not true. Harkin's an ass. Bet he's just messing with our heads.
Fisting is $300. Ha! I want to point out, it's clearly an Asari female on the logo there. You can tell by the hair head, whatever. You can tell by the head. Okay. We need to go to the med clinic, which is, I don't think in the lower wards. Hold on. Let me check my journal. Citadel Garrus, med clinic, upper wards. Yep. Okay. Yep. Wards locations to the med clinic. What species are we banging? Oh, I thought we'd be really boring and bang a human. I mean, honestly. Hey, let's scan this keeper.
I didn't tell anyone, I swear.
That was smart, Doc. Now if Garrus comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut or we'll... Who are you? Let her go.
Good shot. Get in the air, nerd.
Shield's disabled.
Ouch. Ah, well that worked. Got him.
Not now, Commander.
What do you mean not now? Everyone's done. We did it. We won. They're dead. I kind of wanted to turn a corner and find another person the second I said we're dead.
Perfect timing, Shepard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
It was a good shot. I'll say that, but we have to be Paragon and be like, hey, man. Actually, I don't think our responses matter. Nice shot.
You took him down clean.
Sometimes you get lucky. Dr. Michelle, are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. Thanks to you. All of you.
I know those men threatened you, but if you tell us who they work for, we can protect you.
They work for Feast. They wanted to shut me up, keep me from telling Garrus about the Quarian.
What Quarian?
A few days ago, a Quarian came by my office. She'd been shot, but she wouldn't tell me who did it. I could tell she was scared, probably on the run. She asked me about the Shadow Broker. She wanted to trade information in exchange for a safe place to hide.
Where is she now?
I put her in contact with Fist. He's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
Not anymore. Now he works for Saren. And the Shadow Broker isn't too happy about it.
Fist betrayed the Shadow Broker? That's stupid even for him. Saren must have made him quite the offer.
That Quarian must have something Saren wants. Something worth crossing the Shadow Broker to get.
She must have something that proves he's a traitor. Did the Quarian mention anything about Saren or the Geth?
She did. The information she was going to trade. She said it had something to do with the Geth.
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There is no way the Council can ignore this.
Time we paid Fist a visit.
This is your show, Shepard. But I want to bring Saren down as much as you do. I'm coming with you.
You're a Turian. Why do you want to bring him down?
I couldn't find the proof I needed in my investigation, but I knew what was really going on. Saren is a traitor to the Council and a disgrace to my people.
Welcome aboard, Garrus.
You know, we aren't the only ones going after Fist. The Shadow Broker hired a Krogan bounty hunter named Rex to take him out.
Rex,
Yeah,
I know
we
that
saw him in the
guy.
bar.
A Krogan might come in handy.
Last I heard, he was at the C-Sec Academy.
What's he doing there?
Fist accused him of making threats. We brought Rex in for a little talk. If you hurry, you can catch him at the Academy before he leaves.
Move out.
Now it's time to choose our squad. We're taking Garrus and Ashley. Caden can suck my dick. Hi, Garrus. Welcome to the squad.
If you feel lucky, we should visit the casino over in Flux.
The L-Corps, driven from their home system by the Geth nearly 3 centuries ago, most Quarians now live aboard the Migrant Fleet, a flotilla of 50,000 vessels ranging in size from passenger shuttles to mobile space stations. Home to 17 million Quarians, the flotilla understandably has scarce resources. Because of this, each Quarian must go on a rite of passage known as the Pilgrimage when they come of age. They leave the fleet and only return once they have found something of value they can bring back to their people. Other species tend to look down on the Quarians for creating the Geth, and for the negative impact their fleet has when it enters a system. This has led to many myths and rumors about the Quarians, including the belief that underneath their clothes and breathing masks, they are actually cybernetic creatures, a combination of organic and synthetic parts.
Our wandering gypsy alien race.
Anything you want, you can find for sale in the wards, legal or otherwise.
You can keep the Presidium. This is where the action is.
This medical suite? That's where the action is?
I never properly thanked you for saving me from Fist's thugs, Commander. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there.
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
Let's see. Armor upgrade. Medical exoskeleton 8. Cost 411,600. I got 1,520. Any chance I could get a slight discount on that? Could I get a slight discount on it, please? First aid interface 1. Monitor vital function, release small localized doses of metagel to accelerate the healing, plus 1 health regeneration per second. 1.5 per second. 2 per second. And the max level is big toxin res, some healing per second. The reduction in power cooldown is really useful. But we need a tiny bit more money before we can afford it. Caden's better in a fight over Ashley? You are wrong. I'm sorry to say. I mean, I have my own problems with Ashley, but, Caden is definitely not better in a fight over Ashley. Okay, now that we have a new member of our squad, we need to give him some levels. Because he just popped in. And considering, so, the way that Garrus works is Garrus has a lot of tech stuff that he can do. So he actually covers up one of the biggest weaknesses that we as a Adept have. And that is we can't do shit in the technology department. So having our friend Garrus here is very helpful. First aid has to be there for electronics? Really? Damn. Also, on top of that, Garrus is very good with assault and sniper rifles. The sniper rifles is generally what you want to give to Garrus. He's good with them. So we'll get sniper rifle upgrades and then just give him the assassination abilities. But for now, we're going to want to get decryption up a little bit. Grab damping. Cannot use biotic or tech abilities for a short period, which is really, really good. Slash stun basic enemies if they don't do biotics or anything. Ashley sucks. She's a generic soldier. The problem is generic soldier's pretty good. Generic soldier is pretty darn solid. Okay, so Turian Agent just gives us a bunch of weapons and sniper rifle upgrades. Thinking about it, for what I want to do for him now, I probably want to give him some tactical armor. Maybe get him to shield boost. Shield boost is very useful. Like, eventually, we're definitely going to get tactical armor and sniper rifles and assault training all up very high because they're all very good for Garrus. And we want decryption up to, we want decryption up high enough that we can use... We'll just get it medium for now, but we wanted to get it to master eventually so that when we have Garrus in our party, we can go for anything that needs to be decrypted. Alright, we'll give him shield boosts and some sniper rifle, or assault rifles, getting towards sniper rifle next, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, Garrus, let me see if I can upgrade any of your weaponry. Currently have the Avenger 1. The Reaper 2 is better, so we might just give that to you right now. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, here you go. There's a better sniper rifle for you, Mr. Gallus, and we'll give you an assault rifle as well. Let's see. It's got the Lancer. Actually, the Lancer's solid. You can keep the Lancer. Sure. Okay, yeah, my Stinger is definitely the best of the pistols right now. I can sell some of these extra things. I should do.
Yes, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
Hey, Dirt Wizard, what's up? Go to the cell. Oh, I got some weapon upgrades. I should definitely... Let's sell one of these. In fact, 2 of them. I don't need too many of them. Anything I have extras of, I'm gonna toss out 1 or 2 of them. I don't think I have any junk at the moment to sell. Go ahead and get that on my sniper rifle. And heck, I'll give one to you, to Garrus as well. Sniper rifles. Who doesn't love sniper rifles? Look, Ashley kind of sucks as like a character. In certain ways, at least. But in terms of gameplay and stuff, Ashley is a very solid teammate. Okay, so we got Garrus. Let's see, do we got... Yeah, Citadel Rex. We need to go to CSEC Academy. We're going to go to CSEC Academy and talk to Rex in a second. We're going to look around a little bit first and see if there's anyone to chat with. Neat outfit.
Don't kid yourself. It's even bigger than it looks.
How would you know?
I got a tour. One of 500 to see the Ascension from the inside out.
It's bigger than it looks.
Took almost 6 hours and we only saw 1/10 of the ship. I even got to meet the commander.
Matriarch Ladanya. You met her?
Well, she addressed everyone on the tour, but I got pretty close to her.
Just look at that ship. You'd have to be stupid to mess with that.
Very true.
Look at that
She's got
JPEG.
almost as much firepower as the rest of the Asari.
I guess it's a GIF.
combined.
Hopefully, she'll never need to use it.
There's very little serious crime in this arm of the wards. Maybe
Commander Shepard? Excuse me, Commander Shepard!
Hello?
I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
Sure, what's up?
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places I can't go. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
You've got to have access to better sources. Why contact me?
I'm using every source I can find, but I think I've got a better shot with you. I've read your file. If anyone is going to uncover corruption here, it's the hero of the Skillian Blitz.
How do you know I'm investigating anything here on the Citadel?
I'm a good journalist, Commander Shepard. Word gets around.
How do you know that my investigation is going to uncover anything you need?
You wouldn't be investigating if it weren't big. And if it's big, it's something I'd like to hear about.
Sounds like a good cause. If I find any information, it's yours.
Thank you, Commander. You won't regret it.
Sure. We have agreed. Reporter's request. There it is. As you investigate the Citadel, be on the lookout for information that might help Miss Wong. Yeah, there's no reason to turn down the quest. You know, why wouldn't you do a quest that might lead to any sort of upgrades and XP for yourself? Don't want to shoot yourself in the foot.
I don't think you bought this here. I don't sell this mod.
Look, I know it was you. I remember your face.
Really, that's impressive. Usually you humans can't tell one Turian from another.
It's kind of racist.
Now, are you gonna give me a refund or not?
Do you have your proof of purchase?
What? No, I don't think you ever gave me one.
I'm sorry, man. I can't help you.
But, what do you...
Can't help you.
Yeah, dude, you need your receipt. You can't get a refund without a receipt. That's just basic info, bruh. Sorry, dog.
Best place on this ward to buy upgrades.
Oh, speaking of upgrades, I did buy a thing. Some nice first aid interface for myself.
Hello, Earth Clan. No doubt you've just come back from the colonies. Will you be needing supplies?
What colonies are you talking about?
Oh, my mistake, Earth Clan. I assumed... It doesn't matter. Pharos? Noveria? Well, if you haven't heard of them yet, I'm sure you will soon. But it doesn't matter where you hail from. My goods are available to all.
What can you tell me about Noveria?
The corporate capital of the Attican Traverse. Very cold. Very snowy. I don't get too many clients from there. They all have their own private suppliers.
I'd like to know more about Pharos.
It's an old Prothean world. Their buildings still litter the surface. The humans aren't the first to colonize it, but they are the most recent. I just realized I haven't heard from my contact on that planet for some time. Well, I'm sure he's fine.
What you
Show
got
me what
there?
you got.
Most excellent. I am sure you will find something pleasing.
Yeah, I don't know why he would mention Noveria when saying a human coming from the colonies, but whatever. Heavy armor, the assassin, the assassin 6. For only 78,400 space bucks. Unfortunately, I'm slightly poor. Holocaust Combine license for the Normandy Quartermaster. The Edge 2 pistol, a common versatile military grade firearm, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I don't have any of this to do anything about, so no, I'm good. But we got some info. Planets and locations.
Pharos is a habitable world in the Attican Beta Cluster. 2/3 of the habitable surface is covered with the ruins of a crumbling Prothean megatropolis. In the millennia since the Prothean extinction, the ruins have been repeatedly picked over by looters many times. Pharos was considered a poor prospect for colonization, as little open ground remains for agriculture. The only sizable freshwater sources are the poles, which are tapped by the decaying Prothean aqueduct systems. The dead cities, while in good condition considering their antiquity, are of uncertain stability. Ground level is congested by a dozen meters of fallen debris, and the air is fouled by dust. In 2178, the Human Exogeny Corporation announced its intention to place a permanent colony on Pharos to thoroughly explore the ruins. The pioneer settlement was placed on the upper levels of several intact skyscrapers, using the surviving Prothean aqueducts and rooftop hydroponic gardens to support the population. Noveria is a cool, rocky world with most of its hydrosphere locked up in massive glaciers. A privately chartered colony world, the planet is owned by the Noveria Development Corporation Holding Company. The NDC is funded by investment capital from 24 high-technology development firms and administrated by an executive board representing their interests. The investors built remote hot labs in isolated locations across Noveria's surface. These facilities are used for research too dangerous or controversial to be performed elsewhere, as Noveria is technically not part of Citadel space and therefore exempt from council law.
Yo, you want to do some illegal shit? Go to Noveria.
Special tactics and reconnaissance agents have been granted extraterritorial privileges, but it remains to be seen how committed the executive board is to that principle. Given its unique situation, it is understandable that Noveria is often implicated in all manner of wild conspiracy theories.
Yeah, dude, you want to do some illegal stuff? Go to Noveria.
Is that really? Wow, it's you. You're
It's
Commander
me.
Shepard, the hero of Eden Prime. I am so honored to meet you.
Hey, pleasure's all
Nice to
mine.
meet you. And you are?
My name is Conrad. Conrad Werner. They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
It's a bit much, but
I spend most of the time trying to stay alive and help the colonists.
Hey, I know you're probably busy, but do you have time for a quick autograph?
Sure.
Anything for a fan. Here.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. My wife is going to be so impressed. I'll let you get back to work. But next time you're on Earth, I'd love to buy you a drink. Thanks again.
Nice guy. What a nice fella. I mean, there could never be something wrong with Conrad. Alright, we need to go to Cora's Den, was it? Or CSEC, actually. CSEC. I guess the embassies are the closest to CSEC. Aha! Okay. How did the Proteans get white? Well, that's the mystery, ain't it? Why did this galactic powerhouse suddenly disappear? Hey, dude.
Shepard, what can I do for you now?
I was looking for, wait a second. Why am I not getting Rex?
I'll be going now.
Goodbye,
Oh, wait, was it? Hold on. CSEC Academy. Not CSEC HQ. Yeah, that's an oopsie. Where? How do I get to CSEC Academy again? Whoops. Where'd my map go? Obsidium, towards Citadel Tower, towards locations. I don't think that works. Cora's Den, the markets, the med clinic. Yeah, okay. Also, hold on. Wasn't there a keeper hanging around here? I gotta scan the keepers. Oh, there's CSEC Academy. It's actually back there. Oops.
This one believes it has the right to move freely through this area.
You're creating a public disturbance. It's against Citadel regulations.
This one is unsure why the other would not wish word of the Enkindlers to be spread.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
What's the problem?
Are there laws being broken here?
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits?
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe. The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
All right, let me talk to
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn jelly all afternoon. You are certainly welcome to try.
Stubborn jelly. What's up, Hanar, bro?
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
Why is the CSEC officer harassing you?
The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
Let me talk to the CSEC officer. Perhaps I can explain the situation.
This one would be most grateful for the assistance. Please let this one know if success is achieved. Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
Is this really how you want to represent the Enkindlers?
Hey, Phoenix,
The truth
thanks
of
for
the
the raid.
Enkindlers
Hello.
must be made known. They gave the Hanar language and gave the universe the mass relays. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
Is this how the Enkindlers would want you to use this gift of consciousness?
The Enkindlers would wish for their message to be spread to all sentient races.
The Enkindlers wouldn't wish their message to be spread by breaking society's laws.
This one hears wisdom. Perhaps enthusiasm has clouded judgment in this matter. This one departs now, and will not intrude upon the Presidium again.
Paragon +8. We have convinced the Hanar to follow law.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
No prob.
Happy to help.
Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
Look at that. Quick little easy mission. We get some big XP, some money. And all we had to do was talk to a cool sounding jellyfish. Keeper scan.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Also, am I gonna get info on the Hanar yet?
After the
doesn't look like it.
The Elcor are driven from their. The Volus are a member.
Still no info on the Hanar. Damn. Why'd I get Paragon points? Because I went out of my way to help someone not get arrested and to start following the law. The law. To CSEC Academy. Here we go. This is where I'm going. Yeah, it's unfortunate that some of the alien races do not become party members like the Elcor and the Hanar. I would love to see what a Hanar party member would do. Phoenix! Thank you very much for the 10-month resub. Nom.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Hanar are canonically very strong in their homeworld. Well, the Hanar homeworld has a way higher gravity. You know? So they're constantly... They're training under 100 times Earth's gravity, like Goku did. So every Hanar is canonically as strong as Goku. You can't deny it. Okay, it's time to start Rex's mission.